get a glimpse of it so far, I mean, that's what we're looking for, to be honest. You know, guys are tired, guys are mentally drained, but they went out there, they competed. There's a lot of things we can do a hell of a lot better, but I think more than anything, the ability to compete with each other, the ability to still enjoy what you're doing, take advantage of this opportunity, it was exactly what we wanted. And we've got a little bit of a better, not a better force, but we've got a little fortune with not having school starting until another week or so, until the 6th, I think. So we've got a chance this next week to, you know, give them a day here to relax a little bit, but then be able to use this next week where we can still kind of be in some camp mode, where we can keep them here, we can do some things later at night because they don't have school and things. So I think this is going to be another big step for us to kind of shift gears into another little phase of what we're doing to still grow, because we know we got a long way to go with a lot of things we've got to get better at and do and come together with. But this next week is going to give us an opportunity to do some of those things a little bit different. So it's not the end of camp. I want to make sure they understand, like, it's not the end. It's not like that old school day where you're end of camp, you got 48 hours and go let loose. It's kind of like, hey, we've got a little time here. We're going to use this next week really, really well. And that end of camp might be in the middle of the week, which I think is always a little bit better. Hopefully not as much going on around here. So good place, I think. Obviously, we got to get healthy in some situations, but all in all, I really like where we are. Oh, Renfro? You know, we're hoping it's 3-4 weeks. We don't know exactly, but yeah, we'll get him back. It's just, you know, how quickly will we get him? I don't know that we get him back for game 1. Will we get him back game 2 or 3? I hope, but we'll kind of see. It's just a foot sprain.
Do you still hope that at some point he can be on that top unit this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think more than anything, if based on how it goes, I mean, it might be an opportunity that his body has a heck of a lot more time to heal if he doesn't end up making it back into the rotation or even being a 1. And, I wouldn't sell it short. I mean, I think that we've got some combinations that we can do. I think the uniqueness is challenge is try to find the 5 that fit the best, because those guys are like a glove.
Yeah.
You know, they've got to be in unison. But I wouldn't put it past him. I mean, we've seen enough from him to know that when healthy and he gets himself back in the shape he needs to play, he'll be.
With him out, do you have the 5 guys you think right now at least?
I still think there's a little bit of some movement. So I don't know. I mean, if you saw there today, I think there's a little movement because Joe Huber's got to play some center with the 2s.
Yeah.
We've tended to maybe give him a double snaps at times, and I'm trying to say, let's give him an opportunity to get solidified maybe at a spot. But the great thing is we've got some guys that can roll through there. So I don't know that you can walk out saying, hey, this is the 5. It's more like 6, 7, and I'm okay with that.
Sticking on the injury front there, we saw Riley on a scooter. Is that looking like a long-term thing, or?
It's kind of very similar.
Okay.
Kind of similar with Jake. We're hoping that maybe the 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, we don't know. He's got another foot as well. So hopefully, we said Will Pauling might have been out for 3 weeks or so, but some guys heal really, really fast, and we'll be smart and continue to move forward. But they're not out for a long period of time, so we'll definitely have them back. It's just how soon.
You talked about it in the past already, the chance of the tight end room with some of the departures already. Riley is another example, like here are more staff for some of these guys.
It is. It's a little scary. I think we're gonna switch rooms up in there a little bit. We've had some injury bugs and some things that have gone in there, but it's given opportunities to some more people. I mean, obviously Rucci doesn't need a million more opportunities. He's played a lot of football and done a really good job, but Tucker Ashcraft has got a lot of opportunities to get in there, and JTC Graves and those guys. So where it's tough on you and you get worried about it, you also look at the bright side of things. Like, well, we've got some young guys that are getting a lot of work that, by the time they're, week 3, 4, 5, they're not young guys anymore, especially as much work as they got.
You mentioned that Jack Pugh's dealing with the personal matter, and when we talked to Nate the other day, he said, hey, he's been great when he's been with us. Do you know what his status is?
No, it's kind of another one of those things. Like, it's a little bit easier with a foot or a knee. You got a better idea of when you got a chance to be back. And so, no, we don't know exactly. He's around, and hopefully, he can get back with us soon.
Do you consider moving guys into that room at all?
We have. I might consider it a little bit more. But I think you'll see a mixture of some things. We always know that there's some guys we've got that are kind of versatile. Jack Snaker's a versatile guy, and Chris Brooks is kind of a guy that's coming back from an injury too, as a versatile guy. So we feel like we've got some pieces that we can move around a little bit, but we also like what those guys have done at the tight end position. They give you some different size and different abilities. I think with that, even the 4 or 5 guys we still got right now.
Big picture the next week or so until camp ends. What do you need to implement or see the steps made? Big picture. Of course,
So I wouldn't tell them, so hopefully they don't watch, but it is a little bit of getting back, get your body back in some ways. We'll still practice. We won't do as much of this ones-on-ones and these situations where they're always competitive, but it will be maybe some more exchange stuff, some stuff with a little bit shorter spurts. So in a way, they're still training themselves and their bodies to play the game of football, but in some ways getting back and challenging the mind, I think, in this next week a lot more.
What stood out to you about the way C.J. Getz has played here in camp? One of the returners that had the most snaps on defense last year.
Every single day, and I don't know that I could say that a 6-year guy. Obviously, that's not as normal, right? But we've had a few 6-year guys, even before the whole COVID, with guys had another opportunity. I've never seen a guy that in the 6th year every single day comes out and kind of impresses me more and more. And CJ has done that. I don't know what I thought from the spring, because I think he was in and out a little bit in the spring, and then from fall camp on, I mean, a 6-year guy that hasn't missed a practice, hasn't missed anything, he's been up in the front, and every day has gotten better and shown me a lot of different things. Like he is a really, really good football player, and I think he's going to have a hell of a year.
You talked about Travion Blaylock before and just the unique challenges that he has, being a father, balancing everything like that. Do you do anything for guys like that? I know you've had fathers in the past on your team, but do you try to do anything to help those guys out?
We try to do it before that. So try to bring them over to the house and get them aware that this is what chaos really looks like. You think football game is chaos and practice is chaos. Come over to my house and experience that. So he's obviously got firsthand experience of that. So no, I mean, I think it's, sometimes you take it for granted. He's so mature and he handles his business so well, and you got to remind yourself sometimes just to check on him, make sure everything's good. And so, some of these situations where, hey, we got to stay here to eat, or hey, you can't go home, like he might be a little bit different. And hey, we've got some flexibility, whatever you need to do, because he can handle it.
You're still waiting to hear on Mac on that get a waiver?
Yeah, we don't know. There's, I don't know, a 10-day process or something. I don't know where exactly we are, but you see him. He's in there. He's doing a really good job, and he's getting adapted to all the things that we do, and hope for the best.
We've seen CJ, we've seen Bryson, we saw Chin today make plays. Is that kind of the same way the practice was closed?
Yeah. We bring that up. Yeah, no, it has. I mean, I think the unique thing is if you really are here every day, and you kind of, it always goes in waves, right? One day the offense has kind of the upper hand, then all of a sudden the next day it's like clockwork in a lot of ways, and those guys have battled back and forth, and the uniqueness is the same way in there. Like one day the opportunities go to one guy, and the next day opportunities maybe go to a little bit more of the other guy, and but nonetheless, I think pretty much all of them, when they've had their opportunities, have done a really good job of stepping up.